Hey guys, the Ols here. Back after a short break. Took about a month or so off playing WoW, but I'm back and working on getting another team from 85 to 90. Um, this team is a Paladin tank, Disc Priest, an Elemental Shaman, an Enhancement Shaman, and a Retribution Paladin. And I'm just running the first couple of mop instances that I can get to at the moment. So obviously this is Stormstout Brewery. Run it a few times already, along with Temple of the Jade Serpent. Because yeah, they're the only ones that you can get into at 85 and 86. Team's all 86 at the moment, so shouldn't have too much trouble. So all relatively easy. I guess depending on what combination of skills the last boss gets, that could prove to be a little bit difficult, but I should be able to get through it. At least I have up to this point when I haven't recorded, so I decided to do, I guess this team is my third team to level, because I've got the team of 5 monks, which I run as all melee, including the healers. I've got a team of warrior priest and 3 elemental shaman, which is so just the tank melee and everything else is ranged, and this one's I guess a nice combination of ranged and melee. So this was actually the last team, I think, that I got to 85 during my recruiter friend time, and in a way it was kind of like, I don't know, because I'd already leveled just about every class to 85 already, this was kind of like the team of mostly my favourite classes. I really like the Paladin tanks, and I've always been a big fan of Retribution Paladin, even in vanilla WoW when they sucked. I had a Ret Paladin sort of as my, well, really my only ult at the time. And yeah, even though they really weren't that useful back then, I really wanted the Ret Paladin to be something that was useful, and now they kind of are. Do good DPS and good utility, so I also really like the enhancement shaman. They do really good damage and have that real kind of, I don't know, kind of the perfect mix of being melee and also being a caster class, which is pretty cool. I don't think any of the other melee classes really do it quite the same as the way the shaman does, so Yeah, I find the Shaman pretty fun to play. So, just drink up for my priest. Have a really mana inefficient macro for my priest, which I probably need to work on. But I'll get to that at some stage, I'm sure. Oops. Ah, whoops, I moved back in the way of the ground pound. Got back in position a little bit too early. That's better. There you can see, not really having a problem with first boss in here. Done. So I should probably again drink with my priest, because once you start this next bit, I don't think you get out of combat before you get to the next boss. Yeah, once you engage all the little guys out here, you kind of keep keep in contact, yeah, all the way through the next kind of section of this this dungeon. So really nothing too different here than what I've done running other teams through this area. Just try and get a few hammers before I run through to the next section, so that I can take care of any of those ones that have the barrels that blow up and stun everyone they hit. So have enough hammers now, I think, to run through and collect up a few more. So I guess in much the same way I would do with the all range team, I kind of park everyone except the tank here near the door. Clear these last few out before the boss comes out. which should be about now. Yep. Obviously with the mix of ranged and melee means positioning in this one is a little bit more important. So I'll try as much as possible to have the Furwind moving away from the ranged characters, which can really only do with Taunt. Try and bring him back up this way.
Beware.
Kind of fine with taking the Carrot Breath because that damage isn't so high. But need to deal with the ads, so kind of run around a bit and deal with them. So again, taunt Furwind onto the tank. Try and keep him up this end. Couple of AoE heals.
Beware.
And first boss down. Second boss down. I don't think I'm going to get any upgrades in here because I think I've already got everything that would be of use. Oh wow, one of those didn't despawn. There we go. Yeah, so I think everything that wasn't upgraded in here from the little bit of gear I got from the auction house, I've already got, so... let's see, what do we got? So these are the ones that have the healing beam. Which I'm pretty sure means when I get to the boss will be, with this skill, summons ads which can heal him, but you can also stand in the beam and get healed. Don't usually have too much of a problem with that ability. The one I'd prefer not to get is Carbonation, where you have to jump in the bubbles. So we'll see. That's determined by these two mobs up here. So this one, Sudsy Brew, is not, so is probably the one I wanted, not Carbonation. So it's the one where you have to jump over the walls of the suds when they come across the ground, which I find a lot easier to deal with. Should probably really back out of that AoE damage, but I'll just throw a heal out. Because the priest is disciplined, they all get that nice, what's it called, this nice bubble, Divine Aegis. Quite like having the damage absorption on top of the healing that the Disc Priest gets. And obviously the passive heals, which is what most of the healing I do with the Disc Priest is going to be. Oops, got Blackout Brood, I completely forgot to strafe around to drop the stacks. That's okay, get a chance to heal up before I have to take on the next ones. So a nice thing about this team is that everyone in fact has some off heals if I need them, and also everyone can res, which is always useful if I do have any incidents of people wiping, of any of the toons wiping. And of course having two Shaman with their reincarnations makes things nice and easy as well. It's kind of can be used as a pseudo battle res, or if everyone wipes, they can you know, get me back and resing everyone else a bit quicker. So now we get the 4. I got to remember to get out of the AoE that these guys do, because particularly with the 4 of them, it will hurt when it stacks up. Just make sure that when I run away from the puddle, I drag my melee with me. Whoa. So I need to actually bind some more keys for a little bit better strafing. So after saying I didn't think I'd have too many problems, I actually ended up wiping on the boss, I think for the first time, so first time with this team, so have another shot and hopefully not have any problems this time. So I think the mistake that I made last time was not getting to the ads quick enough, which obviously means the boss regens a lot of his health, which just gives more time to get hit with the Blackout Brew and any of the other stuff. So actually take the ads out this time. Forgot to move my casters around. So I'll throw out a little bit of healing on everyone. Perhaps take this ad out while it's here. Again, didn't do a great job of staying out of the Blackout Brew, but looks like we're going to get him down this time, so... Excellent, a little bit sloppy. But down. Res my enhancement Shaman. So there we go, had a little bit of time off like I said, but I'm back now and leveling this team, so more dungeon videos to come with this team. Thanks for watching guys, and see you next time. Bye.